Good morning and happy Thanksgiving Eve. I'm Linda.
And I'm Troy.
And we are Wines, Pines, and Canines. This is the Canine. We are heading out today to move our GeoPro from our current storage unit that they're converting over to enclosed space to another storage unit lot a few miles away. And we thought, while we have her hooked up, why not go weigh her?
To the weigh station, about 30 minutes from here up the interstate. We're going to see what it weighs, both the truck and the trailer combined and then separately.
And this is our first time doing this, so we'll see how this goes. So if you are interested in seeing how it goes, please stick around. Okay, so we are about 15 minutes out from the weigh station, and just to kind of give you a heads up of what we're doing here, we have the camper pretty much packed for a normal trip, except for clothes and food and our cooler. So I'm going to allow about 100 pounds, and I think that's excessive, but I want at least 100 pounds leeway, and then the truck is pretty much stacked as well, but I want to leave once again about 100 pounds of leeway on it also. So we've done a lot of research on how to properly weigh to get the different weights that we want. There's a ton of information on the internet. We're going to weigh with the truck all hooked up in the camper. We're going to weigh the truck by itself, and we're going to weigh with the truck, the weight bars off of the camper and in the back of the truck. So that's supposed to give us what the gross weight of everything is, the gross weight of the truck, what our cargo carrying capacity is, the tongue weight, and what our weight currently is in our camper.
In the truck?
Yes. Okay, we are unhitching and gonna go reweigh again. So I'm gonna stay here by the camper because I was filming earlier, and we'll watch him drive back on. Okay, this is our third weight, and this time we are without the weight distribution bars. Okay, so we are finished. We are on our way back from weighing the camper. It took about 30 minutes. Truck stop wasn't really busy. Traffic has been a little crazy with it being the day before Thanksgiving. But 30 minutes, most of that was disconnecting and reconnecting, and they did make us go in each time to pay for it and pick up the ticket. I don't know if that's true for all of them.
That was a little tedious.
Yeah, a little tedious. I don't know why they can't just have me pay all at once. But anyway, so we did get the 3. I know there's an app too, and that might have been easier, so you might want to look into that. So it was about $17, $12 for the first one, $2.50 for each other weigh. And we got a bunch of tickets, and I'm going to take some snapshots of those, and I'll post them here as we talk. There is a website I found that will, if you drop in all your numbers, it'll tell you what it all means. So I'm going to do that. But I can tell you that the camper weighed, I believe, 3,780 pounds. And so that's with it pretty much stocked. I wanted to leave about 100, and I think I'll be okay. I think I have about 100 and 150. I'll double check on the paperwork. We just parked the camper at our new storage unit. There's a very tight spot that they had us in, so Troy called and had them change us to another spot. So this spot's on an end, so we can open the slide and get in and out really easy. Don't know that we'll be able to open the awning like we were at our last spot, but it's close enough.
I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. This is a couple days after Linda and I made our way over to the Catskills, and she's found a great website that will kind of crunch all the numbers for us and give us what we need.
Yeah, the website is called Learn to RV. It was the most helpful that I found as to how to weigh the camper, what weight you want to get, and then it has a spreadsheet that you kind of just drop the numbers in, and it tells you all your important weights. So before we get to that, let me just give you kind of a recap of what we have in our camper. So we always travel with the propane about half full. We have one battery, gray and black tanks are empty. Our freshwater tank, we usually try to keep about a quarter full just to have some water while we're traveling. Inside, we always keep our bedding. We do have a mattress topper as well. Our kitchen items, pretty much standard, except I do have an Instant Pot and a cast iron frying pan, that those add some weight. We keep all our towels, and we do have those 2 custom ottomans, which do add some weight. They're 1/2-inch plywood, so you're looking at probably 30 pounds for the 2 of those. So that's not something everybody has. We have done a few modifications that I think probably add about 40 pounds. That is the piece of plywood under the bed that we used to make into a king bed. These were all kind of talked about on our longer video. And also the new sink and faucet. And we have beefed up the drawers with some heavier wood on there. But we do not take the table that came with the camper with us. So that was, you said, was about 15 pounds?
I'm going to guess about 15 pounds.
So I think maybe we've probably added 30 pounds with our modifications. But as I mentioned in that one review video, we're probably going to get rid of that piece of plywood, and that should take us about 20 pounds. So all in, I think our modifications, once I'm done that, are probably going to add about 20 pounds. So outside, we do have a portable table in the storage compartment, all our water hoses, all the power, electric surge protector.
Tire chocks.
Yeah, and those are heavy. We've got these really heavy rubber black tire chocks, so those are fairly heavy, as are the Anderson levelers. So those add some weight as well. We also have a small rug. So our weights. So the camper, as I mentioned, came in at 3,780 pounds with the things I just mentioned. That is about 120 pounds off of the max weight that you can have. So we do have a little bit of play. I mean, we're going to have to bring clothes. We'll have to bring our food. I think our cooler will probably travel with our in the truck. Yeah, from now on. But I think you know, I'm just going to weigh stuff before I put it in the camper the next time. Make sure that we're still within the 100 pounds. The big thing was that tongue weight at 600 pounds. We had heard that the tongue weight was a lot higher than Forest River says on their website. They say about 415 pounds, but I think that's before propane and before the battery, from some of the discussions I've heard. So that 600 pounds, that was a really, really heavy tongue weight. It is too high. It's at 15.9%. Yeah. So you talked about
what I'm going to do to distribute that weight is move as much as possible, move the things to the rear of the trailer. I'm going to take some of that force being applied directly on the ball, take it to the back, and let the axle hold it, and kind of distribute that weight toward the rear of the trailer. It should do 2 things: relieve some of that pressure. It'll also help the trailer to pull more level, and that's always easy and easier to control.
Yeah, so the shower is a great spot to put things in if you can fit, or down by the fridge. So there's not a lot of room behind that axle. It's fairly towards the back. So that's what we plan on doing. Try to get that down to at least 15%, hoping we can eliminate like 50 pounds maybe. Yeah. Also, one thing that was interesting is with the weight distribution hitch on, it takes 40 pounds from the truck and puts back on the camper. So that was kind of a fun number as well. So that pretty much wraps up where we were with the weigh. Kind of enjoyed it. It was different. Really didn't take that long.
Doing it wasn't a problem. Getting there with traffic the day before Thanksgiving was rough.
So don't recommend trying to pull a camper on the day before Thanksgiving if you're not actually traveling yourself.
Unless you like these things.
So coming up, we have a product review of a two-person kayak, an inflatable kayak that we're going to do, as well as we're taking a couple trips here, hopefully, if the weather holds, in the southeast this month. So we'll have those videos upcoming. So as always, if you'd like to see more, please
like and subscribe.
And this little lump here, I would like to tell you always to ring that notification bell.